Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Chill English channel, where learning English is easy and fun. I'm Sophia.
And I'm Jake. Hello, Sophia. How are you doing today?
I'm doing really well, Jake. It's a sunny day outside, I've had my morning coffee, and I feel ready to go shopping. How about you?
I'm feeling great too. I had some fruit for breakfast, so I'm full of energy. And honestly, I'm excited about today's topic. It's something very practical.
That's true. We often get messages from our listeners saying, I understand grammar and vocabulary, but I don't know what to say in daily situations. And one of the most common daily situations is grocery shopping.
Absolutely. Everyone needs to buy food. Whether you're traveling, living in another country, or just practicing English at home, sooner or later you'll find yourself in a store. And you'll need to ask questions, talk to the cashier, and maybe even start a little small talk.
Exactly. And that's why we're here, to help you feel more confident in those moments. But before we start, everyone, please remember to give this episode a like.
Yes, just click that little thumbs up button. And if you're new here, welcome. We're so happy you found us. Make sure to subscribe to the channel and share it with your friends. Learning is more fun when you do it together.
Totally agree. And one more thing. Don't just listen passively. Try to repeat the phrases you hear today. You can even pause the episode and practice out loud. That's the best way to make the language stick.
Yes, Sophia, are you ready to do some shopping?
Oh, yes. I have my list ready. Let's go find some bread, milk, and maybe a few snacks.
Perfect. Then let's take our listeners with us and see what happens at the grocery store.
Jake, when you go grocery shopping, what's the first thing you usually say when you enter the store?
Ooh, good question. Usually I say something like, "Excuse me, do you have a shopping basket?" Or if I need a cart, "Where can I get a trolley?"
That's useful. I normally ask, excuse me, where are the baskets if I don't see them right away?
Exactly. And then, when I'm looking for something specific, I say, "Excuse me, could you tell me where the bread is?"
Yes, or where can I find the dairy section? That's polite and direct.
Another phrase I use is, "Do you have this item in stock?" Like, if I want a certain brand of cereal.
Good one. And if you can't reach something on a high shelf, you can say, could you help me get that, please?
Right. Oh, and when choosing fruits or vegetables, I often ask, "How much are these per kilo?"
Perfect. You can also say, are these on sale today? Or do you have any fresher ones?
Now, at the checkout, I usually say, "Hello, how are you?" to the cashier. And then, "Can I pay by card?" Or, "Do you accept contactless payment?"
Yes, that's important. And if you bring your own bag, you can say, I have my own bag, thank you.
And don't forget phrases like, "Could I have a receipt, please?" Or, "Can you give me the receipt in a bag?"
Very polite. Also, if something scans incorrectly, you can say, excuse me, I think this price is wrong.
True. And at the very end, I always say, "Thank you very much. Have a nice day."
That's the best way to finish. Polite and friendly. Okay, let's go over the phrases we used in our grocery shopping dialogue. These are very practical because you'll need them almost every time you shop.
Yes, let's start with the first one. "Excuse me, do you have a shopping basket?" Or, "Where can I get a trolley?" These are great because when you first enter a store, you usually need something to carry your items.
Exactly. The key words here are shopping basket or trolley. In American English, people often say cart instead of trolley. So you could also ask, where can I get a cart?
That's a good tip. The phrase always starts with "excuse me" because that makes it polite. Politeness is very important when you're talking to staff in a store.
Next, we had, "Excuse me, could you tell me where the bread is?" This is a very useful structure. Could you tell me where? And then add the item or section you need.
Yes, for example, could you tell me where the dairy section is? Or could you tell me where I can find the eggs? This is more polite and formal than just saying, "Where's the bread?"
Both are fine, but adding "excuse me" and "could you tell me" makes it softer and nicer.
Another phrase we used was, "Do you have this item in stock?" That's great if the shelf looks empty or if you're searching for a particular brand. You can show the product and ask, "Do you have this in stock?"
You can also say, "Do you have any more of these?" if you want extra. Or if you need a different size, you could ask, "Do you have this in a smaller size?"
Then we talked about reaching items on a high shelf. The phrase was, "Could you help me get that, please?" That's simple and polite.
Yes, and sometimes people just say, "Could you reach that for me?" Or even, "I can't reach, could you help?" These are all friendly and clear.
Now, when we looked at fruit and vegetables, I used, "How much are these per kilo?" This is important because sometimes the price is written per kilogram, sometimes per pound.
Right. You can also ask, "How much are these each?" if you want to know the price for one item, like one mango or one avocado. And "Are these on sale today?" is a good phrase to check if there's a discount.
Another useful one is, "Do you have any fresher ones?" Maybe you see bananas that are too ripe or bread that looks a little old. Asking this is very natural.
At the checkout, we practiced, "Can I pay by card?" or "Do you accept contactless payment?" These are very common questions. Some stores don't take card, so it's good to ask before you try.
Yes, and if you want to pay in cash, you can say, "I'll pay in cash, please." Or if you have both, you can ask, "Which payment methods do you accept?"
Don't forget about bags. Many stores charge money for plastic bags. If you have your own, you can say, "I have my own bag, thank you." And if you need one, you can ask, "Could I have a bag, please?" Or "Can I get a paper bag?"
The next phrase was, "Could I have a receipt, please?" This is important if you want to return something later. The word receipt is often confused with recipe. Remember, a receipt is proof of purchase.
That's right. You can also say, "Can you give me the receipt in the bag?" so you don't lose it.
And if something scans wrong, the phrase is, "Excuse me, I think this price is wrong." That's polite and clear. You don't need to be angry, just calmly say it.
Finally, at the very end, we used, "Thank you very much. Have a nice day." This is the best way to finish your shopping. It leaves a good impression.
Yes, a smile and a polite phrase can really make the experience better. It's not just about English, it's about kindness. So, to review, the key structures we learned today are, "Excuse me, do you have?" "Could you tell me where?" "Do you have this in stock?" "How much are these?" "Can I pay by?" And "Could I have, please?"
If learners practice these, they'll feel confident in any supermarket or grocery store. It's simple English, but very powerful.
And remember, practice them out loud. The more you say them, the more natural they will feel.
And that brings us to the end of today's lesson on grocery shopping in English.
Yes, we really covered a lot of useful phrases, from asking for a basket, to finding items, to paying at the checkout.
Exactly. These are everyday phrases, and the more you use them, the easier they'll feel.
Remember, don't just listen once. Go back, repeat the phrases, and try saying them out loud.
You can even practice at home. Pretend you're in a store or practice with a friend.
That's a great idea. The key is consistency. Just a few minutes of speaking practice every day makes a big difference.
And don't worry if you make mistakes. Mistakes mean you are learning and improving.
Right. Every mistake is a step closer to fluency.
before we go, if you enjoyed this episode, please remember to like it and subscribe to our channel.
Yes, and share it with your friends who are also learning English. It really helps our community grow.
We love teaching you, and your support means we can keep making more lessons like this.
So thank you for spending time with us today.
We'll be back with another fun and useful lesson very soon.
Until then, keep practicing, stay confident, and enjoy your English journey.
Take care, everyone, and happy shopping!
Bye for now.